There are moments in life that mark you forever. For my brother Sam and me, that moment came when our uncle was struck by a motorcycle in northern Nigeria. He was rushed to the hospital, but no doctor came. He died waiting, not because help wasn't wanted, but because there wasn't enough doctors or equipment. That tragedy opened our family's eyes to a much deeper crisis, and it planted a seed. Years later, Sam, now on his way to becoming a board-certified ENT surgeon, returned to Nigeria during his residency. He spent a month working alongside brilliant, dedicated doctors, talented physicians, but they were working with broken equipment, no electricity, and barely functioning surgical tools. He saw their potential and their pain, and he came home with a burden we couldn't ignore. As for me, I'd spent over 20 years in nonprofit, serving in community development, social services, and global outreach. I knew how to build systems. Together, we asked, what if we could reimagine healthcare in our native land? Healthcare that's gospel-centric, indigenous, and self-sustaining. In 2019, we founded the Jonah Inheritance, named after our grandparents who spent their lives serving others, a movement to equip Nigerian doctors to provide safe, affordable, sustainable, Christ-centered care, treating not just illness, but the whole person, mind, body, and spirit. And in just 5 years, by God's grace, we've seen that vision take root. We've trained over 330 Nigerian medical professionals, ENT surgeons, physicians, nurses, medical students, and completed over 60 life-changing surgeries. Through outreach with our local partners, we've served more than 55,000 people, many of whom had never seen a doctor before. We've provided thousands of dollars of new equipment. We've built deep, long-term partnerships with organizations across Nigeria, including Bingham University Teaching Hospital, the only major Christian teaching hospital in the north, and Bingham University's medical school, where nearly 400 students are preparing to become physicians. But this work is about more than numbers. It's about people. People like Musa, who lived with a denture stuck in his throat for 7 months until surgery changed his life. Or baby Isabel, whose hearing was saved in time. And David, who had late-stage cancer but with surgery could spend more time with his family. Now we're building for the future, a 67,000 square foot medical center on 30 acres in Abuja. Not just a hospital, but a hub for healing, training, and transformation. And we're asking, how do we sustain this for the long haul? We're exploring unique revenue-generating models like our US-based for-profit arm, which is using the TJI methodology to develop the medical infrastructure for physicians to deliver holistic care in Lynchburg, Virginia. This endeavor in Lynchburg will help fund this mission for decades to come. At the heart of our leadership is our father, Reverend Dr. Jeremiah Gatto. With over 50 years of service, including as president of ECWA, Nigeria's largest indigenous Christian denomination, he led a network of over 15 million members with thousands of churches, schools, hospitals, and missionaries across the country. And he's not just our father, he's our foundation. And as our in-country executive director, he brings wisdom, credibility, and the trust of leaders across Nigeria. In northern Nigeria, where Christian communities are targeted and violence feels constant, we've seen healthcare become a bridge, a sanctuary, places where Muslims and Christians sit side by side, not in fear, but in healing. That's the power of compassion. That's the gospel in action. That's the Jonah Inheritance. This isn't just a nonprofit, it's a movement, born from pain, built on faith, and growing through love. We've seen what's possible in just 5 years. Now we're ready to scale, to go farther, to reach deeper, and to remind every man, woman, and child in Nigeria, you are seen, you are loved, you are not forgotten. This is the Jonah Inheritance, and we're just getting started.